Hello, and welcome to Unlimited Appetizers, the show where we simulate killing time while waiting for your food at a restaurant. I am your host, Erin.
And I am a bucket of paint, Mancha.
I like that one. I'm a fan of that one today. So Mancha, we had like a very long gap of posting an episode because like you visited and we recorded one after, but I don't know, there's just a bunch of weeks that I missed like before and after, and now we're like alternating. So I feel like I don't know what is up with you lately. What's going on in your life? What's happening?
Well, here's the really good news. Okay. I have 5 more days of work with children before the summer.
Oh wow.
That's the exciting part. By the time this airs, I'll probably be completely done working for the summer.
That's awesome.
It depends on, I don't know what is going to happen with my work situation because I'm both looking and open to another year, and I do need to figure out an answer soon. So that's a whole thing, but I'm figuring that out. But hey, 5 more days with students, 4 more days with the 7th and 8th graders, and 2 more days with the kindergartners, which is a lot of things. That's the most exciting thing. That's really it. Everything else is just Zelda currently.
That's fun. Yeah, the new Zelda Tears of the Kingdom came out. I am not playing it, but like a lot of our friends are, and like a lot of people I work with. One of my coworkers like took off work for it. It's taken over people's lives right now.
If I didn't have a coworker who was also getting it, I probably would have taken off. But we couldn't both take off for Tears of the Kingdom, and it wouldn't be fair for it to be just me.
That's fair.
We went to the midnight release, though, which was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
I got both the arm sleeve and the wooden plaque because I live in a smaller town, and therefore like getting the plaque was easy because it was just like if you're in line and there's enough plaques, you get a plaque. For the arm sleeve, it was you had to answer a trivia question, and I know Zelda trivia, so I got it.
That's cool. One of my coworkers was telling me his tale of woe where he was trying to get the collector's edition. He like also bought the regular one, and there was a store near him that he called. And when they called, they were like, yeah, come tomorrow, like, at this time. And so he went, like, super early, and they were all sold out. And he was like, what happened? And then apparently the previous day at, like, 2 p.m. or something, GameStop, like, told everyone, start selling these at 3 p.m. today. He called this GameStop at, like, 3:07 p.m. So they knew for, like, an hour, and this employee either just wasn't told or, like, didn't remember or something.
Or didn't care.
And he, like, went to the store, and, like, all the other employees were like, yeah, and, like, that one guy was like, I don't know what happened. It was just funny. I was like, you got, like, the one guy on the phone that didn't know.
That's rough.
Yeah. So that was funny to hear. I had an interesting night last night. So I really like this band called the Gaslight Anthem, and this one guy that's in it, the singer Brian Fallon, he did like a solo thing for like a while, and I saw him when he was on tour, but I'd never seen like the band together. They were apart for many years, and then they just did like a big like reunion thing. I was trying to go like half a year ago to a show with my brothers in like Niagara Falls, but I couldn't make it because it was just too expensive, and I was flying to like another show the same year, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, I saw they were coming to Charlotte, and I guess I'll go drive to Charlotte if I really, really, really want to go. First of all, I thought it was Thursday, and yesterday, Tuesday, I look, and I'm like, oh, it's today. And then I check their, like, set list website or whatever, because sometimes I look up the songs before I go so I know what they're going to play. And they had a show in Raleigh, like, 2 days before that, and which would have been, like, 20 minutes for me versus a 2.5-hour drive away and then back. And I don't know what happened. So I looked, and I was like, either they released dates like after that weren't on the original thing, or I just didn't notice that on the original like tour graphic, Raleigh's in the very, very bottom left, and I might have just missed it. and it's like 2 dates away from Charlotte, which I like wouldn't have expected. I would have expected to be like back to back. Anyway, so I saw this, got very upset that I missed out on it, and then I was texting Tyler like, "Oh, I really, really want to go," and he was like, "That's like far," and I was like, "Okay, well, I'll go. I guess I'll like risk it. I'm feeling adventurous," and he was like, "Okay, fine, I'll come with you so you don't like die." So we went last night, and I feel really bad because he was gonna drive the way down, and I was gonna drive the way back, and then it was like a horrible thunderstorm, and I'm bad at driving, so he drove both ways. So, thank you to Tyler for driving me like 5 hours to see a band you don't know. But yeah, I had a very fun adventure last night, and it was
That's
worth it. Yeah,
how what time did you get home from that adventure? If it's like a 5 hour round trip.
we pulled in at like 1:20 or something, and then I think we went to bed at like 3. But because we were just talking, and like
Yeah,
you're like awake
it
from it and
happens.
stuff. Yeah. It was fun. And then my favorite thing about it was I have had people make fun of me for many months. Above my couch, I have 2 posters, and there's a very clear third spot for one. And I was like, well, I don't want to put one there until I have another band poster because I want them to all be band posters. And I got a poster by like basically the same guy as the one on the right, and I think they're the same dimensions, so it's gonna look great on my wall, and I'll finally have a completed wall, and I'm very excited about that. um, yeah. Sorry, I'm rambling so much about the poster, but
Finally, a victory for Erin.
I know. Finally, I need one.
All right. The other thing that I want to talk about in the opening segment is we
Mhm.
have not been keeping up with the bingo sheet, and I wanted to make sure we've established after we drop this episode, we'll upload the new one.
Mhm.
But just really quick, some of the new entries on the bingo sheet were everyone actually loved the Mario movie. And by everyone, I mean the populace. I don't care about the critics.
Yeah.
Who gives a crap?
Or like one guy on Twitter complaining about how he didn't like Princess Peach.
Um, a couple of these were ones that we kind of had to like determine. I did fail the egg resolution, sort of. It was because I didn't pay attention to the date when I bought the eggs.
Yeah.
And they went bad like the next week.
That's fair.
And Taco Bell was talking about drop the volcano stuff again, and that was messed up for us.
Mhm.
Also, we considered the fact that Elon now has announced a new CEO as him giving up.
Yeah.
Because that was just he's no longer. That's what I thought it was going to be like. He's no longer Twitter CEO.
I figured something like that was coming, and I thought that would be an easy square, and I believe that has fulfilled the requirements.
I also feel like we are on the cusp of filling out new social media we all use for 2 weeks. Whenever we get those Blue Sky invites.
Oh, what are those?
It's the other social media that people are starting to migrate to, but you have to have invites, and they don't give you invites immediately. You have to use it for like 2 weeks to get an invite. So
Oh, interesting.
I feel like if I don't hear anything from or about Blue Sky for a little bit, that counts. Or if we end up getting Blue Sky and then stopping it after a short amount of time, that would also work. It's all like the big name creatives currently who I see having it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the storyboard artists that I follow, or like
Yeah.
the guy who worked on the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie to make the Pokemon look real. Like just interesting. So that exists. I don't know anything about how the app works. It's, I guess, still in beta is the thing.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it, but if enough people are using it, I'll try it.
Yeah, so I'm expecting that to be a fill out for that box, but we'll see. I think that's everything on. I think that is all of those as well. So I don't know if you have any more like up top stuff.
Think that's it.
Zelda's good. I'll say that. Zelda's really good. It's like Breath of the Wild, except there's more stuff to do and it's more exciting. And I can't use bombs all the time anymore. That's a
Oh,
sad moment.
rip. Cool. All right. Well, I think our discussion segment today, we were talking about just going through like fictional universes and talking about like if they'd be fun to live in or not. I was going to compile a list of ahead of time and then I got totally distracted with my segment and didn't do that. But I think they're pretty easy to like think of and we'll be able to just run with it. So yeah, off the bat, I assume you have an opinion on living in the Pokemon universe.
My first question was going to be, what fictional universe do you most want to live in? Mine was going to be Pokemon. I do, in fact, want to be a Pokemon man. Hell yeah. Strawberry Monster. Sorry. I got distracted. Yeah, but I would do anything for Pokemon to be real. I'm going to be honest. I would... that's my Klondike bar. I'd kill a guy if it meant that I'd get to have a Pikachu and a Bulbasaur and the Moth.
That is fair. I would like to live in the Pokemon universe, I think. Although I think Kevin would get very jealous and competitive with whatever like fire-breathing animal I brought into our home that wasn't him.
What if he turned into a Pokemon?
You've just opened a whole new world.
Kevin turns into a Sprigatito.
Oh, that's cute. I'd want to be some not a grass type, but I guess grass is less harmful than other things. Yeah, Litten. They're cute.
There are a lot of cat-like Pokemon.
There's plenty to choose from.
Here's the big question, though, Erin.
Mm-hmm.
If you lived in the Pokemon universe, what kind of thing would you want to do?
I would not be a trainer because fighting them would not be appealing to me. I would be like...
Because I think...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I want to know what you have to say, but I have a thought.
There's some of those like things in the game where they're doing like a performance or something where they're like dancing with them, or it's like a fashion show or something. I would do that. I would be like,
that's the Pokemon contests.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I thought you would be, because it's just like, yeah, you and your Pokemon dress up in a cute outfit and do idol stuff.
Yes.
And that seems like very you.
Despite that I cannot sing or dance, I would find a way.
It's more so about like making your Pokemon do it, and also you could learn. You could learn.
True.
You could get lessons. There's that. I don't remember the name of the one trainer. Lycia, who's like the from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Oh yeah.
Who's got like the cute outfit themed after her like ace Pokemon. I feel like you'd do that. You'd like coordinate with your Pokemon.
I agree. I agree. I'm looking her up right now just for
Lysia.
Yeah, cute. Yeah, I would do some stuff like this. Cause I already like to cosplay, and it's the costume being like the animal or the Pokemon rather is already kind of close to that. Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
I have two options. I'd either want to be like a gym leader, which I know is kind of basic, but like ghost or bug type gym leader would be fun.
Yeah,
both I think have a lot of potential. Probably bug, realistically. But also like doing like the research stuff I think would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like being a researcher.
I could see that for you. You're already kind of like sciencey.
I just like compiling information.
Yeah, that's very fair. I'd probably be like, if I had to be a gym leader, which I probably wouldn't be, but I'd probably be like fire, electric, or like if it's Kawaii, Erin, and fairy, but that's like a mode I go into that's not me all the time.
You can be kawaii and also like fire.
That's very true. I just feel like I'm very like loud and like electric or fire. I feel like I correlate more with that, but yeah.
Do it. I mean, Elisa exists. Have you seen? You remember Elisa?
No. Let me look.
She's the electric trainer that is very specifically a model, is who she
Oh,
is.
yep. I know who this. Yep, I see people cosplay this person all the
Yeah,
time.
like
Yep.
she's a very popular design, and
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, she's cool.
And Iono or whatever from the new one.
True, yeah.
Very
Also, I
similar
don't know.
deal. Yeah, I
Honestly,
like her.
probably electric would fit well because the spectrum of like electric coated trainers is wide.
Yes.
Whereas like there's not a ton of bug gym leaders, and they're all just like weird little guys.
Yeah, they usually
I
look
can.
like they're in
Is
like
there
a
more? Are there
safari
more
outfit.
than two?
I don't know.
I can only think of Bugsy and
Bugsy.
Katie. I think it's and Berg. Yeah, they're all like weird. One's a baker, one's like an artist, and the other's like a kid in safari outfit.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Safari child. Yeah. All right.
Oh
so,
no, there's Viola too. There's four. They're all like artsy people.
Mhm.
So I guess it would work.
That works. Yeah, so that would be fun to live in the Pokemon universe. I'll tell you one that is not fun to live in. I don't want anything to do with the Avengers universe because it adds nothing of value to everyday people. Only a few people get to be special, and then people die in like horrible tragedies all the time.
What if you got to be special?
I don't think I'd want to because they always have like dark stuff going on. Like in like Pokemon, it's like you're struggle. Well, actually, that's not true. Pokemon's a bad example. There's Pokemon stuff where the world almost ends. I'm trying to think of another like a series where like there's not a lot of consequences, but like Avengers is always like somebody close to them dies in some way. Like
Also, literally half of the people on Earth died. So
also that, yeah, don't want to. And even if you're special, you got 50% chance of being victim to that.
Yeah, no, I mean you're absolutely right. It'd be terrible to live in the Avengers universe. Like even if
Yeah.
I had like cool ass superpowers, like
Yeah.
I would still probably die.
Yeah. Fiction.
Or people would be like racist towards me for having superpowers because that's like the narrative of X-Men basically. From
Oh,
what
really?
I don't
Yeah.
know, I don't know super well that like Marvel stuff, but like I know it's just like, well, we're afraid of mutants.
What do you think about living in the SpongeBob universe from what you know about SpongeBob?
Well, here's the first issue. I would drown because they live underwater.
Pretend you're a sea creature. Yes, I agree. You don't have to be Sandy the Squirrel with the bubble thing.
I'm SpongeBob. Sorry, that meme has been living in my head because there's the one good doctor meme.
Oh, don't even get me started on the Good Doctor. I've never muted a phrase on Twitter before.
Universe?
I've never muted a phrase on Twitter before, and the Good Doctor was the thing that broke me. I've used Twitter for years.
Erin, hear me out. Would you live in the Good Doctor universe? Now, here's the qualifications for the Good Doctor universe. Everything is the same, but you know he's out there somewhere.
Obviously, I don't want that. It's like the worst thing I've ever seen. Whenever I see a clip of it, I'm like, this is offensive. This is badly written. Like, yikes.
Yeah, there's no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
It's pretty bad.
Except, I guess, to make fun of.
Yeah, I muted it, and then I got so mad because stuff that's like about it, but just doesn't have the words in it, was like slipping through the cracks. And then one of our friends posted something about it, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm throwing it up in the air. I'm done.
I'm SpongeBob. The SpongeBob universe. I still need to. I think it would be awful. I'm gonna level.
Yeah. If you're a background person, enough crazy shit happens that's like a throwaway joke where something awful happens to a background character.
Also, like my favorite sea creature. I guess I wouldn't want to be my favorite sea creature, but like. Because being a jellyfish would suck regardless. But they're also just they're just like there in Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, in SpongeBob they're not like anthropomorphic like the other ones. They're like a bug they catch, like a thing.
Yeah. I just feel like, like I'd be living my life and then SpongeBob would like drive through my house in a car, and
Mm-hmm.
that wouldn't be very fun.
Yeah.
So, I like my bones the way they are.
I oh, you go ahead.
I was gonna say though, they
What? What? What?
this joke is so stupid I'm not gonna make it.
You tell me off podcast.
It's about how they made an epic rap battle in the second SpongeBob movie, and the actual epic rap battle people like made it for them.
Oh, that's
I don't.
funny.
It's more so just I don't know how to construct that joke in a way that makes any sense.
Right.
So I'm just gonna let it die. So pretend I said something really funny there, viewers.
All right.
It
I
would be terrible.
I was gonna say not in like a furry way, which is not a great way to start this sentence, but I like how BoJack Horseman and regular show have like regular people and then like animals or like weird things in the case of like regular show. And
Erin believes that were this situation real, Brian would finally be a potential marriage candidate.
no, more like Mordecai. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just think it's fun, and when I was at New York Comic Con, I saw a panel one year that had JG Quintel, who made regular show, and he's the voice of Mordecai, and somebody asked like why it's like that, and it was like the best answer ever. He was like, oh yeah, we just figured like when you get to know your friends and stuff, you don't see them in the same way that you'd see like a regular person on the street. They kind of like become something like different in your like mind. So all like the main characters are like weird things, and then all the background things are just people. And I was like, that's so like fun. I love that thought.
So they're like supposed to be people?
They're just normal. Nobody like acknowledges. They might acknowledge like what they are, but like they don't. They like interact normally with everybody.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen a ton of regular show, mostly clips.
Yeah, it's a good show. I like it. All right, you got a universe you want to throw out?
Yeah. Erin, you haven't seen Epithet Erased, right?
I don't even know what that is.
You should watch Epithet Erased. I think that would be a fun universe to live in. It's just the gimmick being some people randomly have a superpower that is based on a single dictionary word. Like the character that like I like his power is soup, and so it has to do with how creative you are with that word. Is like how cool you can be with your power.
You have shown me this before. I do know what you're talking about, or somebody has. Yeah. How do they know the word? Does it get like bestowed on them? Does someone tell them?
No, I think like when you say it, I think. Because like a lot of people are normal and it like there's nothing, but when you first say, I think if I remember the lore correctly, when you first say the word, there's like a realization that you have that it's just it like clicks and it's just like, oh crap, like I have an epithet and it's that word.
So you could have some like old timey word you'd never use normally, and then you're reading like Shakespeare or something as an adult, and it just like activates.
Yeah, like some people probably don't ever like learn their word because it's like a really weird one, right?
Yeah, that's like an obscure thing. Can your word be like in Spanish and you only speak English and it doesn't work?
I think I like the dude because this is Jello Apocalypse's world, right?
Yes,
he's answered these questions and I don't remember the answer to that one. I remember that one being asked.
That's funny,
but like he had an answer for it.
Yeah.
Here's another terrible place to live.
Mm-hmm.
Gotham City.
Yeah.
Why would anyone continue to live in Gotham City?
Oh, I know. We've been watching the HBO Harley Quinn. It's so good.
I need to. I desperately really need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna cosplay. I'm like super into it. We've watched a couple. We're like watching it together, so I'm like not as far along in it as I would be if I was like marathoning it alone. But it's really good. And it's funny because the other thing on there is Velma. which I also watched to see how bad it was, and the difference in entertainment value. Let me tell you, like one of them's really good, and the other one is like okay.
One of them's really good, and the other one's Harley Quinn. No.
No.
I probably will watch it really soon because I wanted to do Harley Quinn versus Jinx from League/Arcane.
Perfect.
I'm
gonna watch that soon too. I'm real behind
Speaking
on that.
of which, I would love to live in the Scooby-Doo universe. I think that would be sick.
Yeah. What's so Scooby talks. What's different? Just people dressing up as stuff? Because
there's just like a bunch of like weird people who like haunt stuff. Like this is assuming I could be on one of these I could form one of these mystery teams, you know.
Yeah.
It can be you, me, Jake, Derek, and Stinky Kevin.
Stinky
learns
Kevin!
to talk.
Oh.
Stinky Kevin learns to talk. Let's go.
Oh,
I'm already sold
awesome.
on this idea.
I'm into it. Yeah, that would be great. Also, just like, I do love the idea that you take like normal crime that already exists, but the people have to just be more like creative and funky about it. Like that would like lessen the impact of like bad things happening if like the guy was doing it dressed as a swamp monster.
Yeah, it's all like normal like fiscal crime, right?
Yeah,
It's nothing like there's no like guy killing guys and then like I'm actually the bugbear of Poop Swamp, and it's just like I'm trying to get me gold that's under the building that I buried here after I robbed the bank, and then they built a building over it, so I've been scaring people away at night and digging a hole. I swear that is literally a plot. I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh my god. Imagine you're like on trial for like insider trading and you're dressed as like a scary clown or something.
I just think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
You know, where crime is just silly and spooky.
I was gonna think of like one more. Is there a magic one that isn't Harry Potter that would be cool? I'm trying to think what the best like magic one to live in would be.
I mean, let's just do the math. What do you think about living in the Harry Potter universe, pretending it was written by Hatsune Miku?
Yeah, I wouldn't, because I don't like the thing where, well, okay, yeah, well, I'm not gonna touch the list of,
we don't even have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it, right? Like,
right.
Harry Potter, but created by Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, I don't like the thing where it has to be secret and people don't know about it, because I just think that's, like, lame if you don't know about it, because then just, like, there's this whole world that is not open to you, that is open to other people, and I'm not a fan of that. Also, I don't know. There's weird, like, magic war type things happening in that. Yeah.
It's a badly constructed universe. Just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't care. I used to want to a lot, you know, but now, you know, I'm good. I actually have two more.
Okay,
I
sure.
have two. The magic one that I think would be good would be D&D.
Okay.
Would you like to live in a Dungeons and Dragons type setting? I very much would. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I would. I'd miss my modern conveniences. I know there's like modern campaigns and stuff that people do where things are more like recent, but like yeah, I don't know. I like the elements of it that are in the game. It's fun.
I definitely like would want to be depending on like, okay, if it was like Pathfinder, which is like a different system and world, it would be easier because like I know that world a little better than I know Eberron, which is the D&D one. I think it's Eberron. Actually, I could be wrong about. There's a lot of worlds in Dungeons and Dragons, but so whatever.
Yeah,
I would want to be probably some kind of like, if it was like literally me transplanted there. And not like a Sona. I would like probably a paladin or I think I've settled on a cleric or like a war priest.
Mm-hmm.
Of like a sun god would be what I would want to do.
Yeah,
just like I like that vibe a lot. I feel like that tracks for me.
I don't know what I would be, but I think we all know I would immediately date a tiefling.
What if you could be a tiefling? Would you want to?
I would want to. Whenever I have that
let's say
option in a
you
game,
could-
I'd
yeah.
pick that. Yeah.
I would either want to be a tiefling or an Aasimar, which is the angel one.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
the
of
angel
course.
one.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Cool.
My other one is is if you were a toy in Toy Story.
Oh, what kind of toy I would want to be?
Yeah.
I like Barbie and her like position in like Toy Story. Like she looks like she's got like a fun life and she has all these accessories and stuff. Maybe like a Bratz doll or something.
So not Barbie? You wouldn't want to be a Barbie?
I would want to be a Barbie, but I'm just trying to think of like another one. I feel like when I was younger, I was more into Bratz because I liked the aesthetic of them, but I could roll with you.
Would you want to be a Bratz or would you want to be a Monster High?
You're right. I'd probably want to be a Monster High doll. I know they're dolls and I know that's like the primary thing with them, but I'm just used to watching it and I always like don't think of them when I'm thinking of like toys in general. Yeah. What would you be?
I don't know is the thing. Like I very much asked this not knowing. I think my gut says like I had these like I think I've talked about them on the show, like these like planet hero toys, which are just like space themed action figures. Just like something cool like that. Like a cool action figure with like one or two like weird weapons. Would be funny.
Yeah. Also like a Lego, like the Lego movie people, and you can like build your house and rearrange it constantly. That'd be fun.
That also would be a really sick universe to live in because like I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like you can't die in the Lego
I was
universe.
gonna say, if you die, if they just reassemble you, like, I think you're good. I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd only live in Gotham City I'd live in Gotham City if it was Lego.
Yep.
Gotham City. Like, that would be sick. Because then, like, I don't have to worry about the Joker killing me because I could just put myself back together.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. I like the Lego Batman movie. It was good.
Yeah, very.
Cool. All right. Are we ready for our second segment?
Yeah. You came up with all these, so you get to keep introducing them.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, we kind of changed this one. We're gonna do like pitches for like interesting commercials that we would like want to see, but it was so broad I was having like a hard time thinking of anything. So now we've narrowed it. We're gonna give each other products and just quickly be like, if you were like the spokesperson for this product, like what commercial would you design for it, like involving you? So Mancha, to start off, I would like to give you you may advertise a Taco Bell product of your choice.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You can also just do general Taco Bell, but
I immediately like there's an edit of like the one of the Burger King commercials that's just like the brand new burger you can then you know the F word, which we don't say on this podcast.
Oh,
and it's just like that's like the whole.
Oh, it's
like,
an
theme
edit.
of that.
Yeah,
it's the whole. Yeah, it's not a real one, but it's like that. It lives in my brain rent free, and it's really funny. And that was the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't.
That's funny.
How?
Can't do the GunChalupa either.
I can't do then why am I even here? Why did they even call me in if they didn't want the GunChalupa? It's the all new GunChalupa.
I mean,
right.
you can
Taco Bell, the GunChalupa. We've got your entire GunChalupa needs.
The commercial could be like, you're trying to advertise the GunChalupa, and then some like Taco Bell executive keeps being like, "Stop putting the gun in."
Yeah,
There's no gun.
No, like it's like at the advertising board table, right? And it's me trying to pitch the GunChalupa to them, and they're like we can't do that. Like we don't sell guns in the Taco Bell, and I'm just like, hear me out, okay? It's not a real gun. It's just the ephemeral concept of the GunChalupa that we have to sell. That's how we get the people in. And like they hit the button and drop me like out of the room like from like the trap door shoots. And it's just like Taco Bell, no guns in our chalupas.
Oh, I love that. I picture there's like one guy in the room that's like, hold on. Let's hear him out. And you're like, what's the price? He's like, what's the price point you're selling these at? And you're like $2. And I don't know how much a gun costs, but I know it's like way more than that.
$2.
And then somebody's like, so you want us to take like $100 whatever dollar? I don't know how much a gun costs. I've never bought a gun. You want us to take like $100 loss every time we sell one of these? And you're like, yes. And then they're like, okay, never mind.
Most people are going to use the gun. They're going to put the gun in the trash, and then you can take it out and recycle it because they're not eating it. So it doesn't have to be hygienic.
All right, that's some logic. I love this advertisement.
We figured it out. Thank you for the help.
Do you got one for me?
Yeah, I want you to advertise the Pocky chips that we ate for that one prior episode. The hot chips.
I was picturing when you said Pocky, I was picturing the sticks at the anime thing. And I was like, you do not want me to make a Pocky game advertisement where you're sitting in a circle trying to like kiss each other. Okay, yeah, those Pocky chips. I think, well, I mean, just honestly, like, before I get, like, goofy with it, I do think it would be a great commercial to just have, like, all of the footage of popular people, like, YouTubers and stuff trying it and, like, crying and stuff. I don't know if they have an ad exactly like that, but if they could, like, get all the rights for those and, like, compile them together, that would be a sick ad. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking I'm trying to give... I'm trying to read out the information about the product, and I bid it, and I just am slowly like not able to get through it, and I'm crying, and I'm dying. The cast of Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell is there for some reason because it's hot. I don't know. You got anything?
Just at the end, it's just like, listen, it's good. We promise.
It's good. You'll not regret it.
Please.
There's like someone screaming in the background.
It's just like a supercut of you like literally dying from eating this chip.
Yeah. You could also just air me on the toilet the day after we did that. Because that was the consequences of my actions were great.
Just screaming and crying.
Yeah.
This could be you.
Yeah.
Pocky.
Yeah, it's just me.
One chip.
It's just me sitting on the toilet crying, and then it's like, Pocky chips. This could be you.
Buy one chip. And shit your organs out.
Would you like to pay, like, what, $20 for one chip?
It was like $6, but still.
No, they raised it.
Did they?
I think so, because I saw it somewhere on sale for, like, a lot. I thought, wait, let me look. Yeah, on Amazon, they're $20. They probably just made it cheaper in store.
These are the 2022 ones. So, like, I think, like, now that they're a little older, they're probably, it's like, because they're limited, right? They're probably not making them anymore.
Right. Well, yeah.
But still.
Yeah. All right. I've got one for you. I actually don't know your opinion on this object, but I'd like you to advertise the number 2 pencil.
Erin, that's really funny. I did have mechanical pencils on my my list.
Ooh.
So it's a good thing that we came up with 5, because I feel like we're not going to do 5.
That's fine.
All right. Have you ever wanted to write something except you couldn't? Your pencil's broken, and what are you gonna do about it? Well, you gotta sit there and you gotta wait for some machine to do it, or you gotta get your hands together. You just gotta do that thing really fast and sharpen it. If that's the kind of customer experience that really gets you going, then you should get the Ticonderoga number 2 pencil, baby. It's all wood and graphite, all natural, all terrible, right? Like mechanical pencils, convenience, no thank you. Pens, the permanency, no thanks. I want the bad pencil, right? I don't even hate mechanical. I don't hate them. It's just like, right? Unless you're a student at a school, then why would you buy those? Why would you have number 2 pencils available at your school? Don't do that. Don't bring them to school. You don't want pencils, right? You don't want to do your homework. Don't buy our product. That's right. Ticonderoga #2 pencils. Don't buy our product unless you're not a student. My students never have their pencils, and it's like how did you lose it? How did you cut? I'm not sympathetic for you.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you're supposed to have.
Yeah. I remember that being a thing of people turning to me at the beginning of class like, hey man, you got a pencil I can use? And I'm like, no, because you're not going to give it back, and I'm really annoying about lending my stuff out, and I don't like that. I was going to say, I thought of a collab they can do with Nintendo where it shows a Mario Kart race and the person in first gets hit with a blue shell and then the person in second zooms by and wins the race, and then the ad for the pencil comes up and it says, sometimes it's better to be number 2.
Okay, hear me out. Different advertisement. It's you again on the toilet crying. That's right. Go number 2.
Oh, yeah! All right. These are all gonna just be me on the toilet for every ad.
All they are now that you've inserted this image into the stock footage archives.
Uh-huh.
All right. Hear me out. The Baby Bell cheese wheels, the little ones.
Oh, I know I've
With the
had one
wax.
of those at some point. Yeah. I'm immediately just reminded of the meme that was Edelgard from Fire Emblem Three Houses, and people always said that her legs were made of the Baby Bell cheese because it looks kind of like that red wax. That was like a thing.
I'm looking this up.
I kept seeing it. Like,
yeah, I get it. It's because they're shiny.
Yeah, she has like shiny red legs. Okay, the Baby Bell cheese. Hold on, I want to look at them real quick just so I have a visual in my head.
They're the little guys.
They are little guys.
They're little friend-shaped cheeses.
Little friend-shaped cheese boys. Yeah, I guess like a bunch of them, but they're like talking and they're my little friends and I'm like dancing with them. And then I just start like ripping into them and eating them, but they're like happy about it. They love it.
So like the vein of like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and like Pop-Tarts type commercials.
Yeah, I think so. Also,
but like live action.
Yeah. Also, somebody cut this wax off in a way where it makes it look like a Pac-Man eating a dot. There's potential there with Pac-Man eating cheese.
Okay, I've got a different pitch for you.
Okay,
I'm sorry I'm coming up with pitches for the thing I gave to you, but hear me out,
fine.
right? Like a really sexy ad. Hear me out, like just like one of those like really sexy ads, and it's like some lady or some dude like taking off like some garment, right, that they can show on television, except instead of clothes, it's like the wax.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
And then you find out she's a cheese person.
She's made of cheese. And then...
Or no, they just do like the sexy thing and it's just cheese the whole time.
I love that. And then the person's like very thrilled that it's cheese. Like they're happier with
Yeah,
with it
and then they
being
have
cheese.
sex.
With the cheese?
In the middle of the ad.
Oh my god. Yeah, all right. Sure. Yeah.
You got to innovate to compete in this industry.
Yeah. Let's like replace all the M&M people with Baby Bell cheese people. They're like
then
similar shape.
That people will get mad because the Baby Bell cheese are sexy.
And we can't have that.
Is not allowed.
Is banned. Mancha, if you had to sell homeowners insurance, what would you do with that?
All right, hear me out. Now,
Okay.
I know you, a millennial, have no home, no money, and no prospects of getting either anytime soon. But hear me out. You might in the future, and you know what you're going to want then that you don't have now? You're going to want homeowners insurance. Now, listen. I'm a guy who knows things about insurance, right? What happens if you buy a house and it blows up before you buy insurance when you buy your house? Because you're going to buy a house because that's how the economy is, able to buy houses. What if you buy a house but before you buy the homeowner's insurance, it blows up? You're going to want that homeowner's insurance now. That's right. What if Now hear me out. Okay, you like cats?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't spell homeowner without meow. That's right.
I
Right? Got a doghouse for your dog?
Homeowner.
That doghouse is gonna need homeowners insurance from us. Insurance Central 21.
That's true. Oh, it could just be an ad of like little other houses, like bird houses and stuff. They're getting insurance for it being like attacked by squirrels and stuff, and the dog gets it for the dog house, and the rabbits get it for their burrows flooding or something.
Right? Right, we'll sell it to you for your apartment. Can't promise it'll work, but we'll sell it to you. You can buy it. It's a product. Go to our store.
You got renter's insurance, close, right? That's like
Right? It's renter's insurance, but for homes. You're gonna need that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got more, or what's the
Yeah,
situation?
I've got. You want to do? Let's do this one, then one more after.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I want you to sell me the Jif peanut butter, but specifically the chunky.
Okay. I don't eat chunky peanut butter, but that's okay.
That makes it better.
Okay, so it opens on two people. They're sitting at computers, and somebody's like, "Oh, hold on, man, I just gotta save this GIF," and then the other person goes, don't you mean a GIF? GIF is like the peanut butter. And then the first person goes, actually, you're quite right. And then like he pulls down like a thing that like covers that guy completely. And then it's just an ad about the peanut butter. And then for it being chunky, yeah, I usually I'm a creamy fan myself, but crunchy. Do you
the crunchy is or chunky? I don't remember which it is. It has little bits of peanuts in it.
Yes. Would you like to have a very unsettling texture in your mouth that makes you go ick when you eat the sandwich? No. That would be my reaction to it. I would say I don't know, footage of the peanuts like exploding into bits and then falling into the thing where they get stirred into the peanut butter and they're screaming and crying.
It's like Mr. Peanut dying again.
Oh, I forgot about Mr. Peanut. He's another company.
Yeah, it's a different company.
Okay.
The Jiffy peanut butter guys kill Mr. Peanut again.
Does Jif have it does not have any mascot of any kind.
Not that I'm familiar with.
In the past, it had a kangaroo, it appears. I think that's what this animal is.
Yeah, that's a kangaroo.
Let's bring him back. Give him an update, and he can beat up Mr. Peanut like the thing in like I think in Kangaroo Jack he like jumps and knocks somebody over a bunch of times and stuff like that. Just to the kangaroo beating the crap out of Mr. Peanut because he's his competitor.
That's how we sell.
And the bits of Mr. Peanut become the crunchy.
And then you eat him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me your last one.
Okay. I wrote stuff, but they're all dumb.
It's okay. My next one's really dumb, and I'm really excited for it.
Okay.
I saved it for last on purpose.
Okay. I would say, advertise me a lava lamp, because when we got on this call and I realized I hadn't written all of them down, I wrote lava lamp in my phone after I looked at the one behind you.
I'm going to have to cut this section out because I don't want people to see that I'm wearing shorts, but also a sweater.
They can't.
All right.
know.
You see this? This is a lava lamp. Now, you may be thinking, well, that is just water and wax, and when you heat it up, it does a funny thing, right? And yes, you might be right. And you're saying, well, there's a bottle cap on one end of that. Like, so realistically, you should pop that bad boy and drink it. And I say, yes, that's right. We need to sell these lava lamps. We have 5 1,000,000,000 lava lamps in our warehouse because we ordered way too many lava lamps. And you know what? That's not enough lava lamps for every room. So hear me out. This is the all-new lava lamps. Drink it. Drink that lava lamp, okay? Buy them up, right? It's the new energy drink. It's going to get you hot and ready to work today. We gotta get rid of these lava lamps. Buy one, get 4 free, please. We gotta sell these lava lamps. We have too many of them in our warehouse. The guy put 5 extra zeros at the end of the number we were supposed to buy, and we were only supposed to buy 500 lava lamps. We had too many. It tastes like blueberry, I promise. I didn't try it myself, but that's what they told me.
Dude, that would be an awesome prank to, like, fill a lava lamp with something, like, edible and just in front of somebody, like, break it open and start drinking it. And they're like, what are you doing, man?
That would be really good. I mean,
Yeah.
in theory, like, if you could figure out how to crack it open and then put a bottle cap back on something.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know they
like
had... Do they all have that bottle thing on the inside?
Everyone I've seen
I've never, like, disassembled one.
I mean, because, I don't... They have to, like, seal it somehow, right? There's literally just, like, a thing that sits on top of it.
Yeah,
it's just, like a little cap.
Interesting.
Right? And then this sits in the thing. I'm just going to put it here where my drink was.
Okay. Don't drink it on accident.
I might. They gotta sell. They gotta go now.
I have an issue when I'm painting stuff for, like, cosplay. If I have, like, a water that I'm, like, washing off the paintbrush in, if it's in, like, the same kind of cup as what I'm drinking, I'll, like, reach for the wrong one and then be like, whoop, not that one.
Yeah, those are terrifying.
Yeah.
All right. For the last one, I would like you to sell me spiders.
I'm trying to think of the practical use of spiders. I could have alright, there's a couple different uses of spiders. One of them, you could have one of those, like, mail to your door services where you send somebody who hates spiders and they bring the package inside and they open it up and then spiders just kind of, like, crawl out everywhere and start, like, infesting their home. You could also sell them... Let's see. What do? They kill bugs, or they eat bugs. They're creepy and crawly. They're scary. What else do spiders do?
Web. Donuts.
Okay. Sure.
Cupcakes. Bake sale.
Okay, cool. All right. So the ad is like, there's like a child on his, like, iPhone or whatever, and there's, like, an old man who's like, these kids are spending too much time on the web. The only web that you should care about is this one. And then, like, he just has a room in his house where he's just let a bunch of spiders live there, and it's built like an elaborate, like, tapestry of spider webs that you can walk through like a haunted house. And then the child's like, wow, this is so much fun. And then he throws his phone in the garbage.
Get your kids hooked off of phones and hooked on spiders.
Yep.
That's the new World Wide Web.
You could sell the spiders and be like, as seen in Into the Spider-Verse. And they're just like regular spiders, but, like, technically you're not lying.
One of these spiders could make you a Spider-Man.
You open the can and, like, Tom Holland's in there and he's like, please let me out. This other Spider-Man.
They put me in here for leaking the movie.
Yeah. All right. I have something for us today that is very special.
Oh boy.
I'm going to share a document with you, but before I do, I'm just going to give you some context. Okay. So, this is not me phoning it in. I did have a different segment prepared, and I was talking to Tyler before, and I was like, I don't know if this is funny or entertaining at all, and, like, I don't know. I feel like it needs more, like, work. And then he suggested me this idea, and I was like, oh, I've, like, kind of thought of that before. That's such a good idea. I have asked ChatGPT to write an episode of Unlimited Appetizers based on some parameters that I gave it describing the show. And what it came up with is it's something. It's special. And obviously the whole, like AI art is bad for creators and all that. Absolutely. I don't think what we're doing here today is that much art. And it's very clear that these are just jokes recycled off the internet, but you can find them on like any joke site. It is it's something. And the part that blew my mind, this is the prompt that I gave it. I said, there's a comedy podcast called Unlimited Appetizers. The hosts are named Erin and Mancha. Give me a comedy discussion topic they can talk about on the podcast. I asked it for a discussion, a game, and a secret segment. The discussion it gave me was the perils of restaurant etiquette. And if you will remember, our first episode, I went back and looked, we called it Restaurant Discussion, and it was kind of like restaurant anxiety and etiquette and stuff, but I say etiquette in the first, 10 words when we're talking about it. It wrote what we did for our first segment ever.
Oh my god.
I was, astounded. I, was freaking out and, made Tyler, pause the TV, and I was like, dude, it, came up with the same thing. So I'm gonna
smart.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send you this, and it's it gave me a script. So you and I are going to perform.
I'm just gonna read this.
We're gonna perform an episode of Unlimited Appetizers written by ChatGPT, and you viewers at home can tell us if we do a better job or if the robot did a better job at writing our show. It's something. All right, so they have. Did you get you click?
Yeah, I have it open.
Okay, cool. So I did give it 3 segments. So the first one, as is tradition, we're doing a discussion. So we're just gonna read off what it says. Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Unlimited Appetizers, the podcast where we indulge in hilarious discussions about all things food related. It's kind of close. I'm Erin, and joining me as always is the hilarious Mancha. How are you doing today, Mancha?
Hey, Erin. I'm doing great. Ready to dish out some laughs and dig into today's topic. Speaking of dishing out, how about we talk about the perils of restaurant etiquette? We've all been in situations where we've witnessed some questionable behavior at a restaurant.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a comedy show sometimes. I remember this one time I saw a person pick up their plate and literally lick it clean. I mean, who needs a dishwasher when you have customers like that?
That's some next level commitment to cleanliness right there. But seriously, let's talk about some of the unwritten rules and awkward encounters that come with dining out. How about the eternal debate of where to put your napkin when you leave the table? Is it on the chair or is it on the table? And what do you do if you accidentally drop it on the floor?
This has a very, Jerry Seinfeld feel to what is presented here. Oh, the napkin dilemma. It's like a secret code we're all supposed to know but don't. And speaking of awkward moments, what about when the waiter brings you the wrong dish? Do you politely accept it or send it back? It's a high-pressure situation, and your hunger is at stake.
Absolutely. It's a battle between politeness and your craving for the right dish. Epic rap battles of history. But let's not forget those dreaded moments of when you're unsure if you should tip or not. You should... Oh, what the ChatGPT?
It's strange. They're like, this one is we're almost through it. They're different segments. The other 2 entertained me more than this one did, but I just thought it was funny.
I just think it's funny that it's just sometimes you shouldn't tip. I'm a chatbot and I know what's up.
Yeah, God.
Okay. Is it a percentage of the bill? Do you calculate it before or after tax? And how do you handle it when the service has been less than stellar?
Tipping, the never-ending mystery. It's like a math problem that changes with each restaurant visit. And while we're on the topic of servers, what about those times when they bring your food and ask how everything is when your mouth is full? Do we nod enthusiastically or mumble unintelligibly? It's a comedic dance of manners.
This is the most, bad Seinfeld ever.
It's kind of similar to what we did, but, worse.
This is just like, what about that thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's it doing
I
with
can
airline
just
food?
haha. I can just imagine the awkward facial expressions and the failed attempts at communication. But let's not forget the smartphone invasion. People like Erin McEnany taking
Shut
food
up.
pictures and capturing every single moment of their dining experience. Have you ever had a friend who wouldn't let you touch their food until they've taken the perfect shot?
I am this friend. Oh, the struggle is real. I've had friends who practically turn their meal into a full-on photo shoot. Meanwhile, my food is getting colder by the second. But hey, at least they're getting their Instagram likes, right?
Absolutely, Erin. The perils of restaurant etiquette are endless, and we've barely scratched the surface. So, listeners, join us on this hilarious journey as we dive deeper into the hilarious world of dining mishaps, embarrassing encounters, and the comedic wonders of unlimited appetizers.
That's right. And as always, remember to chew your food before you speak, unless you want to provide the restaurant with an unexpected dinner show. Stay tuned for more laughter and good food stories on the next episode of Unlimited Appetizers. It's like just close enough. All right. So then I asked it for, as this tradition discussion game secret segment. So I asked it for a game. I asked for like a verbal game because I did try in another tab asking some other stuff, and it was giving me like cooking competition, like they baked something, and I was like, I don't want that. All right, so this is the game it has given us. Welcome back to Unlimited Appetizers, the podcast where we serve up a generous portion of laughter and food-related discussions. Now it's time for a fun game segment to tickle your taste buds. Today we're going to play Food Puns Galore.
That's right, Erin. Get ready to spice up your vocabulary with some hilarious food puns. Here's how the game works. We'll take turns coming up with food-related puns. Each pun should be clever, creative, and of course, bring the laughter.
And to make it more challenging and exciting, let's set a time limit for each pun. We'll have 10 seconds to come up with a pun related to the given food item. If you don't come up with a pun within the time limit or it's not funny enough, you'll get a gentle buzz of shame. We might want to introduce the gentle buzz of shame to the podcast.
The gentle buzz of shame. How do we do that? You just put your you put your phone really close to the microphone, and if there's a buzz of shame, I text you and it just buzzes loudly on the microphone and it sounds bad in the audio editor.
I feel like the gentle buzz of shame is just like an emotion that I experience when I'm having like social anxiety. All right.
The buzz of shame. I like it. All right, Erin, I'll start. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Mancha. Hit me with your pun.
Hold on. It's not following the rules. It didn't give me a food item. All right, here we go. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing.
Ha ha, classic. Oh, that was loud. I heard that. All right, my turn. What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. It's so bad.
Nice one, Erin. Okay, here's my next pun. Why did the scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field of cornbread.
It's so funny because the joke is he was outstanding in his field, and for some reason it put in of cornbread. That doesn't belong there.
Like, that's just, what?
It's like you told the joke. You could have stopped at corn and I would have given it to you, but cornbread, no. But that's not what AI Erin would say. AI Erin would say, haha, I love it. All right, here's mine. Why did the banana go to the party? Because it was appealing.
That's a good one, Erin. All right, I'm up next. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese.
I first saw that joke on Hannah Montana when they made Billy Ray Cyrus say it, and that's like burned into my brain as like a Billy Ray Cyrus joke.
I have not seen enough Hannah Montana to
there was an
confirm or
episode
deny
where he
this.
says it. Yeah. Haha, cheesy but brilliant. Okay, my turn. Why did the chicken go to the seance? To talk to the other side of fries. That was a stretch, ChatGPT.
That's like 2 different jokes is the thing.
It's
just
bad.
like, here's a joke about chicken. Oh, we gotta make it a food joke. It's fried chicken. Hilarious. All right, let's keep this pun train going. Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged.
Haha, clever. Okay, here's mine. Why did the baker go to therapy? He had too many loaf issues. Is that supposed to be like love issues?
I don't know. It's not good.
Oh, man. It's
Nice one, Erin. All right, I'm up for the challenge. Why don't eggs tell jokes? Because they might crack up.
That one cracked me up for sure. All right, my final pun for this round. Why did the vegetable become a musician? Because it had great beat.
That's a beat-tastic one, Erin. All right, that concludes our game of Food Puns Galore. We hope you had as much fun listening to it as we did playing it.
Absolutely. And remember, folks, laughter is the best seasoning for any meal. Stay tuned for more comedy, discussions, and delicious moments on the next episode of Unlimited Appetizers. I could see that, like, being close to something we would have as an outro. Because we have, like, the tip your waitresses thing, and it's like, it's in that same vein. All right. So I tried to explain to it, the last segment on the podcast is always a surprise to the other host. What segment can Erin surprise Mancha with? And it came up with another game. And then also after this, I asked it for something else that entertained me greatly.
I've scrolled a little bit, but I tried not to read, like, the content.
That part entertained me the most. But anyway, let's get through our last segment. And now it's time for the final segment of our podcast, the surprise segment. In this segment, I have something special in store for my co-host, Mancha. Get ready, Mancha, because it's time for the Food Trivia Showdown.
Oh boy, a surprise segment. I'm excited and a little nervous. All right, Erin, bring on the Food Trivia Challenge. I'm ready to put my culinary knowledge to the test.
That's the spirit, Mancha. Here's how it works. I prepared a series of food-related trivia questions, and I'm going to ask you rapid fire. You'll have 10 seconds to answer each question. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as a chef at dinner rush hour. Let's do this.
All right, here's your first question. Which country is famous for inventing pizza?
Italy.
Correct. Next question. What is the main ingredient in guacamole?
Avocado.
That's right. Okay, next up. What is the national dish of Japan? Is this true?
Sushi.
Hold on. Dish
No,
of...
can you read the joke? Sorry. Read the joke that it...
When you... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read the next thing.
You need to read the next line first.
I'm sorry. I interrupted the flow because I was, like, not sure that was correct, and it's not.
Read your line again.
All right, here we go. That's right. Okay, next up. What is the national dish of Japan?
Sushi.
Close, but the correct answer is sushi. All right, next question. So I just Googled national dish of Japan, and it comes up with curry with rice, but then there's another result underneath it that says sushi. So I don't know what's going on, but I found that interesting. All right, next question. What is the primary flavoring ingredient in pesto sauce?
Basil.
Correct. You're on a roll. Okay, next question. What is the key ingredient in the dessert tiramisu?
Mascarpone cheese.
Excellent. Here's your next question. What is the main ingredient in a traditional paella dish?
Paella?
Paella? Thank you. I don't know how to say that. And I realized that was probably very painful for people at home to hear me say that.
It's rice.
Okay. Correct. Okay, moving on. What is the main ingredient in hummus?
Chickpeas.
Perfect. All right, next question. Which fruit is used to make the alcoholic beverage tequila?
Blue agave.
That's right. Okay, here's your final question. What is the main ingredient in a classic Eggs Benedict dish?
Poached
dish. Poached egg. Do it again. Run it again. I keep messing these up for us. What is the main ingredient in a classic Eggs Benedict dish?
Poached eggs.
Close, but the correct answer is poached eggs. Great job, Mancha. You answered most of the questions correctly.
Whew, that was intense, but so much fun. Thanks for the surprise trivia challenge, Erin. I love putting my food knowledge to the test.
You did fantastic, Mancha. Food trivia can be quite challenging, but you nailed it. And that concludes our surprise segment, the Food Trivia Showdown. Thank you, Mancha, for being such a good sport.
Thank you, Erin, for keeping me on my toes. It was a blast. And as always, thank you to our listeners for joining us on this deliciously entertaining episode of Unlimited Appetizers. We'll be back soon with more laughter, discussions, surprises, and of course, unlimited appetizers.
So, as a final conclusion to this, because I just thought it would be funny to get more specific, I asked it, can you write some jokes about the hosts? And this is the information I gave it. I only said that you were Italian. You're like two things, right?
I am more Hispanic than I am Italian.
I think I just thought jokes about being Italian are funnier, and I thought I'd have a better opportunity with that, or a better shot with that. So I wrote, Mancha is Italian, likes Taco Bell, and is currently playing the new Tears of the Kingdom game. Erin likes energy drinks, Big Floppa, and ska music. So you can read the I guess let's just read them back and forth because some of them have both of us in them.
I read the first two and this is killing me.
They're pretty intense. I love it. You want to read this one?
Why did Mancha, the Italian host, become a regular at Taco Bell?
Why?
Because he wanted to add some Italian seasoning to his quesadillas.
Oh my god. Yikes. Alright, you can read the next one. It's about you two.
What did Mancha say when he tried the new Tears of the Kingdom game? Mamma mia, this game is so captivating, even my pasta couldn't distract me.
Holy crap! It went in a direction with that one. That was a choice. Alright. Why did Erin, the energy drink enthusiast, start a ska band? Because she wanted to skank while staying energized with her favorite beverages. This was my favorite part because it was like a hyper specific and it did a really bad job. Why did Erin's favorite energy drink sponsor her love for Big Floppa? Because they heard she could bounce with enthusiasm for both the drink and the fluffy feline.
How did Mancha react when he heard Erin's ska band play at a concert? He said, that performance was so energetic, it had me saying Taco Bellissimo all night long.
Man, it really wanted to make you talk like Mario or something with it. Why did Erin join a Big Floppa fan club? Because she wanted to be part of a skanky community that appreciated both the music and the meme-worthy feline. Remember, these jokes are meant to be lighthearted and humorous. Enjoy the laughter, Mancha and Erin. So, what do you think?
This is so bad.
How do you think ChatGPT did with us?
Well, I think we're just gonna have to run the rest of our concepts through this because I'm tired of doing the work. You know, that was funny enough.
It certainly was something. I love that the discussion it came up with was very close to something that we did. It was just a little more like boomery about it than we were. Like, I feel like we were talking more like niche specific things that make us nervous, and this is more like
ours but bad.
Yes, exactly. And then the other ones are like, you know, we've played games kind of like that. It went with food themes because I told it it's called Unlimited Appetizers. So all that makes sense. My favorite part is definitely the jokes.
All right. Thank you for watching our show Unlimited Appetizers.
I was going to say, I propose we outro with one of these bad boys.
Thank you to our listeners for joining us on this deliciously entertaining episode of Unlimited Appetizers. I'm sure... Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to open ChatGPT really quick.
Are you going to tell it how to say our handles or something?
Can I do this like really quick without it being annoying is the question.
Mayhaps.
ChatGPT. Yes, I would like to click on that one. I have chats open and it was just me trying to like jailbreak it. Give me a prompt for ending a podcast and advertising the social media handles Mancha, Erin MacDaddy, and Unlimited Appetizers.
Cool.
No, it's just Appetizer.
Appetizer cat. Yeah.
And make it funny.
Let's see how funny it is.
And that's a wrap, folks. We hope you enjoyed this wild ride with the Mothman, Erin MacDaddy, and the Appetizer Cast. But before we go, we have a special treat for you that's funnier than a Mothman wearing a feather boa. If you want to keep up with the chaos, follow us on social media. You can find the Mothman plotting his pranks at Mothman Cha, Erin MacDaddy serving up hilarious content at Erin MacDaddy, and the Appetizer Cast dishing out bite-sized laughter at Appetizer Cast. Remember, our social media feeds are like a buffet of laughter, so don't forget to bring your appetite for hilarity. Follow us now and join the fun. Until next time, stay quirky, stay curious, and stay tuned for more adventures with the Mothman, Erin MacDaddy, and the Appetizer Cast.
Close, but the correct answer is poached eggs.